Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. 312-591-8300. Call in. Actually, text in with a proof of life right now, like Debbie did in North Chicago, saying all good here in North Chicago. Just checking in. She's the guard of North Chicago there, making sure, letting us know that everything is good there. Thank you. We appreciate that. So your proof of life check-ins, 312-591-8300 as we are stacked today. Just in about 6 minutes, we'll get your first qualification for a VIP trip to Bonnaroo. Stacked with our Q101 artists, The Strokes, Noah Khan, The Neighborhood, Youngblood, and more. So VIP style to Bonnaroo, 6 minutes away. We'll get you started as a qualification for that. In an hour, Clash with Kenzie, 7:10. LCD Sound System tickets. You pick the show you go to at the Aragon. And we have 8:20, Kenzie's Crimes. And also before that, right at 8:10, as we'll do every day, a chance at Universal Orlando Resort, a trip for 4. And that will continue to go on for the next 5 weeks, a trip a week for the next 5 weeks, where we were at last week, and myself and Case got back yesterday, or at least over the weekend. We were back here yesterday. Kenzie got back from the resort yesterday. Welcome back, Kenzie. Welcome back. Let's go. Now, you had, I guess, a day and a half without myself and Case. My question to you is, alone with your family without me and Case, better, worse? What happened?
What's the vibes? Well, I will say the thing that happened was the weather actually got really, really cold for Florida.
Yes.
So we went to the park in winter jackets and hats the next 2 days. And originally, one of the reasons I was staying is I wanted one more day at Epic Universe. I had never been there, so lay the land, okay?
Sure.
And then I wanted one day at Volcano Bay, which is their water park. We nixed the Volcano Bay, in case you're wondering.
Water park's not good in -2 wind chill in Orlando,
it didn't
Florida.
work out. And then, it was a little lonelier. So, So my group splits up a lot, my core family, if you will, because obviously Tristan's 11, he can go on every ride. And then Marino, turning 2 on the Super Bowl, so he's not even 2 yet, can only go on a couple of the rides. So Case is scared of rides, and he actually liked all the ones Marino could go on. Those were his favorite.
Yeah.
So he was like, that's kind of my speed with the rides.
I love Seuss Landing. That was very comforting today.
It's absolutely fantastic. It was a blast. So Case would walk around with me the whole time. So it was a little quiet the other days. It was just like, all right, just looking around.
Yeah, where is everybody, huh?
Yeah.
I saw a stat that when you said it dropped, it got colder yesterday or over the weekend in Orlando, that they had to evacuate the air traffic control tower of the airport because it was so cold. The sprinklers, the pipes blew up and flooded the tower.
Yeah, well, a lot of these buildings, honestly, like the studios we were broadcasting from, those air traffic control towers, they don't have heat at all. And it was honestly just as cold as it was here.
Yes.
And they didn't have any heat in those buildings, so that doesn't happen. They're not prepared for that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of dangerous, we've discovered.
Just a little bit. They had to shut down the airport yesterday.
Wouldn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, I was worried that was going to cause another delay in you getting back. I'm so glad you made it back because I thought that'd be one more day
Brian,
there.
you weren't on my flight, so my flight left on time and landed on time.
Interesting. Even though pipes were blowing in the air traffic control tower, her flight still on time. Ground stoppage didn't stop her getting home.
Guess what? Brian, on my flight on the way there, hour delay.
It's true. I had a nice little nap on the ground at O'Hare before we even took off. It was a good nap. I woke up, I felt like I'd slept like 7 days. Like, oh, we're still on the ground. And then getting back, yes, a delay coming back to O'Hare. And then, sitting on the runway there. It's just my speed. If you're new to the show, this happens to me every time we fly.
This is
If
true.
you're new to the show, we get bummed when we have to fly with Brian anywhere because we know
Yeah.
the flight's going to be delayed.
Yeah, even though I'm quite entertaining on the flight. But
That's why I changed my leave. I'm not dealing with that.
But Kenzie, I left the same day as Brian, but on a different flight, and I left on time, landed early. I get on the ground. I get a text from Brian. Hey, my flight just got delayed an hour. I thought, thank
Which is
God.
insane. There was no issues at that time.
No, there wasn't. No, in fact, I even tracked the flight. You know, you can track the flight on the app where it's coming from to you.
Yeah.
So I did that, and it said it was coming from Phoenix to Chicago and then to
So
Orlando.
another warm place shouldn't be an issue.
Shouldn't be an issue. Well, I went to Chicago first, and I thought, wait, it's got to be here in 2 hours. It can't get from Phoenix to Chicago to Orlando in 2 hours. Somebody screwed up somewhere. Well, it's just me again getting delayed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then I just feel bad for me. I spit out my drink when I saw that text.
In laughter, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, not in concern.
And
Not
I
in
felt bad
empathy.
because then I realized we have a massive group chat which also has the spouses on it, and then we have a show group chat, and then we have like the whole shebang group chat with spouses too. And I realized it was the spouses one, and I wrote LMFAO, and I'm like, I bet Megan doesn't find this as funny as I do.
No.
And I felt kind of bad about it. I was laughing at you.
Yeah, thank you. I'll clarify that
Not
with
Megan.
her. She's like, why is she being such a bee to us here?
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this one involves money, $15 million. Kenzie, if someone offered you $15 million to do something.
Anything.
Okay, I was going to put some kind of
What do you got?
I was going to put some kind of parameters on it, but I guess we know where we are right now.
Yeah.
And
what
that's-
would you do?
For $15 million and a Klondike bar. So that's the fact today that this a man in Pennsylvania turned down $15 million, and honestly, it involved him doing nothing, and he still turned it down in the parameters of the offer of the $15 million. Meaning, I guess what I'm trying to say is it wasn't what you went to instantly in your head of like, what do I got to do for $15 million? Something maybe something sexual, something,
What the hell?
that might
That
be.
was not my first thought. Is this is going to be sexual?
That's what I got from her answer, didn't you, Kay? She said anything.
I don't think it necessarily implied that.
Well, okay,
I would jump in front of a moving car for $15 million.
okay, that also then provides a moral compass here of the $15 million. Now, this man turned it down. Why do you think he turned it down? $15 million, just off the top of your head, that someone could turn down that kind of money to really, I will say this, it's not doing nothing, but it really isn't doing that much for $15 million. What do you think he was offered to make him say no on this one? Top of your head.
Okay.
It's not sexual.
Okay. But it's not that big of a deal?
It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay. Because my initial thought was that he doesn't get to live. Because that's that old like moral saying is that you're like, if you were gonna die, would you take $1 billion as the parameter? No. Okay, well your life is worth more than $1 billion. Like that's that old, like, think about that when you wake up every morning. Your life's more than any amount of money because you wouldn't take it if you were gonna die the next day, if that was the parameter.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
that would be, I would guess, a big deal. So if it's not a big deal,
It's not getting murdered. It's not dying.
is it moved to Minnesota?
Move to Minnesota.
It's the coldest state ever. I had to live there. That may be where my parameter stops. As I move back, I'm like, oh my God.
All right, move to a brutally cold environment like Minnesota.
Yeah, and just be in Minnesota, which is like,
Okay.
there's things about it that I like, but most of it I don't.
How long did you live there?
So my time growing up was split. Like I spent the first like half of my life through 6th, 7th grade in North Carolina. And then the rest of it, so the rest of junior high, like my junior high was basically split. So the rest of junior high and high school, I was in Minnesota. And then I went to Florida because I'm like, let's skedaddle.
And then you came back here. Thank God.
Love Chicago. That
All right,
was
here
okay with me.
So Kenzie thinks it's moved to a brutally cold environment like Minnesota. This man was offered $15 million. He said no flat. What do you think it was offered, Case?
Okay, I don't fully understand the question. I think he was offered
Something that he could turn down, and it's hard. I mean, $15 million, life-changing money, let's say.
I just don't think he wanted to pay the taxes on the $15 million. Is that an acceptable answer?
It is acceptable.
Okay.
Thinking like, somebody once said, a great poet, more money, more problems.
And who said that?
That would be Biggie. Yeah, more money, more problems.
Pour one out.
Yeah. A little Was it 25 years now?
He died in 97.
30 years almost.
Almost 30. Hey, we'll do a big 30th anniversary celebration for Biggie next year.
All right, we'll do that then.
Diddy's still alive. Also on the song.
Diddy is still alive. May's still alive as well.
Talk about more money, more problems.
Yeah. That's not fair, really, at the grand scheme of things.
No.
Oh, yeah, poor guy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's not fair to Biggie that he's dead.
Yeah, not fair to
that-
Biggie, not Diddy or Mace. It's good that they're around.
I like that Mason's around. Funny guy.
Very funny podcast he has. Incredible podcast. All right, so a man was offered $15 million. He said no pretty easily. What do you think he was offered and how he could say no so easily? It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll give you the answer after My Chemical Romance. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 coming up in 10 minutes. Should we care about this? We talked about this yesterday at around 8:20, but this will be bringing Kenzie into it because she wasn't here yesterday, so I want to get her opinion on this of should we care about this? It's one of the biggest news stories of the week, and we will let you know, and want to let you tell us if we should care more about this. But first, a fact that makes your brain go. A man in Pennsylvania was offered $15 million. He said no very quickly. What possibly could he have been offered? Kenzie said to move from Pennsylvania to even a colder climate into Minnesota. Boy, moving to Minnesota, very cold, terrible for the rest of your life. Case said it's because the guy didn't want to pay the taxes on the money. A lot of people get that thing where they'll buy a lottery ticket and goes like, yeah, if you win, though, you only get this much, like $300 million of the billion, because taxes take half. I don't want any part of that. People get too caught up in how much taxes you'll pay on. You forget, you're still getting the $300 million. It's not so bad. Those answers are incorrect. I said it wasn't sexual, but one man did say to offering it to his dog instead of him. The man had a dog. Said $15 million goes to your dog and not you. Will you take that? I guess the guy doesn't trust his
This is
dog.
like a hit out on his dog.
Yeah. The answer is this, and this man should be considered a hero. A Pennsylvania farmer turned down $15 million to have a data center by his farm and put a data center on his farm. So this is a hero out there. Much like locally, the city of Naperville just turned down a massive amount of money to put a data center near its people. Other cities have not done that, like the city of Hobart. We know there's one going in over there that the residents are not very happy about. But this farmer's been there 51 years. His mother passed away on the farm. It's a very emotional place for it. And he said he wants to get out now. He's old. He has no one to take over the farm. So he's hired someone to basically sell the development rights to the farm, but he has the final call on it. And this data center people came in and said, we'll give you $15 million, which is way, way, way overvalued for his farm. It's not even worth a couple $1 million is what the farm is worth. And he said, no, because you're going to build a damn data center on it. And this is in the middle of
Right on top of Mama.
Right. Mom's buried
Hell
there.
no.
Can't do that. Can't do that at all. This man should be a hero. Considered a hero. He said he will only sell to someone that will consider farming as an option. So instead of not data
Do you
farming.
think the data center's like, we'll think about it. We'll think about farming.
Yeah, we might think about it when we build these servers up here and everything.
We'll keep thinking.
Yeah. I think this is great. I think if more people did this, we'd have a better society and a better life. And now some people might say $15 million. Do you think you could turn that down, Kenzie, if they said we're going to tear down your house and build a data center? Because, you have your neighbors right there. I don't know if you love your neighbors or not.
I think what's good.
It's a no.
I think it's good they're not offering me anything.
So
That's hard.
yeah, I mean, do you care what someone would do with your land?
No.
You know-
I mean, I'm not deeply connected. This wasn't like my parents and I grew up here. My career's not on my land. I don't have that. I like my house. I plan on getting a different one eventually. So, I mean, $15 million would probably help me get the other house, huh?
So you would not be upset. Let's say it was possible to build a data center on your land in your neighborhood.
Well, I don't like data centers. I wish they weren't there. But I don't think.
But
But
This is kind of like I don't like, litter. However, I can't stop. The main litter is coming from huge corporations. I recycle and I compost and I do all this, but unfortunately, everyday people can't even put a dent in what companies are doing when it comes to the amount of things that they're throwing away and the waste of plastic and not recycling. So it's It's kind of like that. I don't think me saying no to a data center makes data centers go away.
So you're finding a reason to take the $15 million here.
Ugh, probably take the 15 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Well, coming up in sports, epic night for the Blackhawks and some huge Bears news. I guess I'll put this in the rumor category, but it could lead to something incredible with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Something we've done before with the Chicago Bears. Well, we'll get to that in just about 5 minutes. We have Lord on the way as well. But first, should we care about this? News story breaking all week long. It's a very busy week. Super Bowl on Sunday, the Olympics, opening
Plus
ceremonies.
Marino's birthday. Come on now.
Marino's birthday. I was going to mention that too on also Super Bowl Sunday. You know, we just got back from Universal Orlando Resort. We're leading into a lot of a very busy season after January. We're just trying to survive with the cold. So very busy. But one organization is not too happy that there's not too much excitement about this news. Should we care about this? That NASA is sending a rocket back to the moon for the first time in 54 years, since 1972 actually was the first crewed mission, or the last, I should say, around the moon was Apollo 17 in 1972. So now we're at 2026, and this will be the first time heading back to the moon. And I've seen even NASA memes and coming from their social media, I'm a big space nerd, saying, why aren't more people talking about this? Well, when you do a little bit of a deep dive in this more, they're going back to the moon, but they're doing a drive-by. They're not landing on the moon, which would be way more exciting. They've already done it several times, and then we just took this big pause for a while, and we have a space station. You know, we have that kind of thing going on around the Earth. But the moon, I feel like the moon has been dissed. The moon has been red flagged, not going back to the moon on this situation. So they're wondering why more people aren't being excited about going back to the moon. Well, you're not landing on the moon.
Can I honestly ask, what is the point of flying around the moon and coming home?
Well,
Like, we can see it. So, it's like we know it's there.
it is there. Some people would debate whether it's actually there or not.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I know. We had a lot of those yesterday, Kenzie. We brought this up yesterday in the show.
I'm not an expert. I'm not in the mood to get into it. So don't go back and forth with me.
Well, it's more about the conspiracy theorists out there. Did we ever go to the moon?
But people acknowledge that the moon is real, right?
Yeah, I don't think that was, I think that we never landed on it, which is maybe why they're not landing on it now, because they never could and they never did.
That's the more popular conspiracy group. There are people out there that say the moon is not real as well.
What's their argument?
That it's all a facade from the
Oh,
government.
like we're living in a video game?
Basically living in the Matrix, but it's the moon is very soothing when you look at the moon, right?
You have a weird connection to planets that I don't have.
I do. Kenzie, do you like the moon?
I do love the moon. The moon affects us greatly.
Yeah, see? Kenzie's a moon person.
I heard yesterday all about the tides. I learned that. And also, I know the moon's not a planet, but, well, is it? No, it's not. What's the moon? Well, how would you categorize the moon? Is it a rock?
The moon and planets are categorized differently.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so you're right in that statement saying the moon is technically not a planet.
Yeah.
It's a moon.
Well, you double back for a second.
Yeah, but, okay, so it's just a moon.
That's the meaning to the moon. It's just a moon.
Well, sometimes
That's
you say
just a rock.
and
It's
sometimes
a
you say I'm
boulder.
just a producer.
Touche. Well played.
But how are you, okay, just a moon, but do other planets have a moon? I don't know. Do other planets have moons?
There's a lot of moons, yes.
Oh.
This is actually a little bit of a, let's say, I was going to say.
I know it's not a star.
It's not a star.
That's the sun.
The sun is a star.
Uh-huh.
Well, then stars are stars.
True. The stars are stars. Sometimes you look in the sky and the stars are actually planets. Like Venus, the brightest star in the sky is actually Venus.
But how can you tell what the brightest star is? That seems subjective.
Well, when the first star you see at night, when it gets a little dusk, you'll see this one star in the sky, and usually that's Venus.
I walk with my eyes towards the ground. I never see the sky.
You never look up, huh?
Never. No, God, no, I never look up. I am looking at my GD shoelaces when I'm walking around. I'm not looking up anywhere.
Very grunge.
Well, no, it's just, low self-confidence.
Do you ever run into anybody but not looking up?
Oh, no, I can see shoes coming my direction.
But I just want to point out there are a lot of moons. This one's our moon, but there's other moons.
Well, that's the interesting part, Kenzie, is that there are moons. His question was, are there other planets? Yeah, some planets have like 20, 30 moons.
Yeah,
but
some places have a lot of moons.
But they have names for their moons. We call ours the moon.
That seems crazy. That's like the band, The Band.
Right. It's very arrogant that we call the moon the moon.
Yeah, it should have a different name.
Yeah.
Well, it's our moon.
Right.
But we don't call it our moon. We call it the moon.
Well, because it's whatever those aliens want to do with their moons, like moon 1, moon 2, moon 3, moon 4, that's their business.
That's their, well, yeah, but they might look at us and go like, Who the hell do they think they are
That's
calling
what
their
I'm saying.
moon the moon?
Yeah, what the hell?
Who the what arrogance? Let's go over there and kill
Well,
them all.
for all we know, they call theirs the better moon. We don't know. They could have like some weird thing on us.
Yeah.
They could call their dumpsters like on their planet Earth. Like they could do like a lot of stuff that's like shady. We don't know.
Well, hopefully we'll find the answer. I mean, our moon is technically called Luna, but we don't call it. Look at Luna. It's a full Luna up there.
Well, that'd be cool. I like the name Luna. That was the record store I went to growing up, was Luna Music in Indianapolis. I would love to call it Luna, but if I call it Luna, people are going to think I'm crazy.
Well, they might think you're a space, aficionado.
Well, then they're going to ask me a follow-up question. They'll find out the hard way that I'm not.
Yesterday, Kenzie, we found out that Case wasn't sure if we orbited the moon or the moon orbited us, or if we orbited the sun.
Everything orbits me because I'm the center.
Yeah, center of the universe. That's your husband, right? So, Kenzie, should we care about this? And listen, me as a space nerd, I'm fascinated by all science stuff. I love it. I want to be living on the moon by this point. I thought I would by this point. We're not living there. We're just going back around the moon. As we've talked about on the show, the moon may become a bad neighborhood just for a drive-by. Maybe the Chick-fil-A on Venus is safer than the moon's Chick-fil-A. I don't know. But
Don't go to Sunday.
And going back to your original question, Kenzie, they're going because they are looking to possibly then plan manned missions. We haven't been around the moon in so long. They want to just go check and make sure it's still cool. They still got a landing spot. And the thing that pissed me off yesterday was they said the reason this is a really adventurous mission is they're not just going to the space station, which is a couple hundred miles above Earth. They're going all the way to the moon, which is a couple 100,000 miles from Earth. If something happens, what are they going to do? Have any of them seen Apollo 13? Do they remember what happened there? The power of a calculator, and those guys figured out how to get back home because they were badasses. Are there no more badasses at NASA? There's no more people risking their life for science?
I mean, they're kind of risking their life because they're doing the flight, aren't they?
They're doing the flight, but I think by 50 years now, it's pretty safe. Figured it out. I can't believe it's going to be that dangerous. We've been there.
Can I just admit that I thought they were kind of always flying back and forth?
To the moon?
Are they just to space? Are they not doing that like all the time?
We go to space to orbit Earth and do things up there with the space station more often.
I thought we were just like, all the time they were going to space. Like, what else are they doing in that building?
In what building? The space station?
Like NASA.
Oh, NASA's building. Oh, okay.
I said that the whole point.
They had to downsize. They're in a very small office studio now.
If they're not flying back and forth, what are they doing all the time?
I agree with you. All this tax money goes to NASA, and I love NASA. I used to write NASA as a kid.
I'm not saying NASA shouldn't exist, and maybe they're doing something else that I don't really know about. Or I guess, what's that one movie? Actually, don't look up, because the case never looks up. Are they tracking, we're not just making sure we don't die because of, asteroids? Are they busy doing that on Earth?
That's part of NASA's mission to do that, but as they say, they can only do about the size of a stamp in the sky accurately. All the other stuff, we don't know what's coming toward us. It's very hard the sky's pretty big.
Yeah, the sky's huge.
Yeah.
We should go somewhere else then.
Well, all of us should just get up and leave?
No, NASA. We're not. I mean, I'm not qualified. I'm saying, why do they keep going? Don't go back to the same spot. There's so much we haven't seen.
Well, I agree, and they're trying to do a Mars mission, and that seems like it's really hard because it's way farther. But
we also know about Mars. What happens when you get past our stuff?
Past Mars?
Yeah, well, past all the stuff we already know about. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
It'd be nice. I like your ideas. I just going back around the moon to eventually then go to a moon mission in 2 more years. We did it 50 years ago.
Is Katy Perry going?
Oh, God.
I have to go back to the moon for a second,
okay.
if that's okay.
Sure.
So does NASA.
Yeah. You got to get back there somehow.
847 checked in, and they said, our moon is a lot more round than other moons. What the hell does that mean?
There are some moons that are weirder
Misshapen.
shapes.
Yeah, triangular?
Not triangles, but they're more like an egg.
Like an egg?
Like an egg isn't round.
An egg, so
An egg is
oval.
round? What are you talking about? An egg
Like
is
oval,
so round.
though. They're not
Oval.
perfect circle.
An egg's not a circle.
No, but an egg is round.
It's oval, though.
Okay, but that's different than round. Don't F with me on this one. Eggs are round. I am not going to hear otherwise.
Eggs are round, but they're not a perfect circle. They're an oval.
And I agree with that, but he's saying, they're an oval, they're not round. There's not jagged edges on an egg.
But it's not round. An egg isn't round.
It is round.
Yes,
It's
it is.
round.
Round
it's
is
just
a
not
circle.
Round is not a circle.
Yes, it is.
No, those are not. You can.
Ovals are also round.
Yes, you can be a circle and be round, but round does not mean that you're a circle.
Brian, you're round and you're not a circle.
My stomach looks like a circle sometimes. Let's see. The definition of round describes an appearance curved, while a circle is defined as mathematical set of points.
Okay, so that got us nowhere.
No, I think
So circle's pointy.
actually, I think that's
Oh,
verifying.
wow.
That's verifying your argument that a circle is mathematically perfect and round could be an oval. Let me do it. Is oval is an egg round?
This is not good.
Good, a
Look for you,
4-year-old found
Brian.
the search.
No. A typical egg is not perfectly round. It is oivad, meaning shaped like an elongated tapered sphere with a wider end and a narrower end.
Okay, you use oivad in the sentence and have somebody not kick your ass next time.
I'm going to come over there and oivad your ass.
I wish I'd get some oivad in my life.
At least if you're getting something. All right, we come back in sports here in 3 minutes with Lord. Look at the moon right now. It's still out there if it's not so cloudy in your neighborhood while you enjoy Lord, Brian, and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.